Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy's awful picture of Hope starts to make sense. Bold and the Beautiful had Steffy Forrester rip into Hope Logan, and surprisingly, she made sense to many viewers of this CBS soap. Sure, she's butting in and really shouldn't be threatening she's going to pull her brother away from Hope, but she said some things that made fans think. Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, viciously went after Hope Logan, Annika Noel, this week on BNB. Now the previews indicate Hope Logan throws the first slap Steffy's way. But with a forceful sound of a dead stop, Steffy catches Hope's arm before that slap can make contact with her face. So, this week, there's more to come on Bold and the Beautiful as some words get downright nasty between stepsisters. So far, Steffy compares her brother to a naughty toy that Hope uses and discards whenever she feels like it. While that seemed crude and uncalled for to some fans, others thought Steffy made a viable point about Hope's selfishness. After seeing her brother so devastated, Steffy's watching out for Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. She sees Hope using Thomas for wild rides between the sheets, on the couch, and behind office doors. She also sees her brother giving his all to Hope, but she sees the Logan daughter only worried about her needs. What if you turned the tables, and a woman wanted marriage and a family, but not the man? Then if that same man only seemed interested in pleasure? If that were the case, then the woman would likely be considered being used by many in the Bold and the Beautiful audience. But why is this so different for Thomas? All he wants is the security of a future with Hope. But she's only interested in having fun right now. She says she loves him but sends him away in tears after a second proposal rejection. Steffy Forrester told Hope Logan that she acts selfish in her relationship with Thomas. Steffy points out to Hope that he is completely devoted to her. But despite a denial from the Logan daughter, her stepsister doesn't see the same kind of devotion for Thomas that he has for her. Then she points out that Hope has completely gone Logan. She finally became exactly like her mother, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. This is the one thing the Logan daughter didn't want to hear. She detested her mother's behavior with men through the years. So, now she's got something to ponder, thanks to her stepsister. The debate online is out of the starting gate. Steffy Forrester presented quite the case this week on Bold and the Beautiful. While Hope says she loves Thomas, some fans think that her behaviors show something different. So, what happens next for Thomas Forrester and Hope Logan? If Steffy has anything to do with it, her brother will move on. Head back to Soap Dirt for the latest Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. In the opulent expanse of Los Angeles, where glitz and glamour weave through every street like strands of gold, drama simmers beneath the surface, ready to erupt like a volcano of emotions. Among the elite, the Forresters stand tall, their fashion empire a beacon of success, their lives a tapestry of love, betrayal, and unyielding ambition. And at the center of this whirlwind stands Steffy Forrester, a woman of striking beauty and formidable strength, whose every move echoes with the resonance of power. Forrester, with her piercing gaze and a heart carved from the toughest of stones, had always lived in the shadow of her stepsister, Hope Logan. Hope, with her ethereal innocence and doe-eyed charm, seemed to effortlessly command the affection of those around her, casting Steffy into the role of the perennial rival. For years, the two women had danced on the precipice of conflict, their rivalry fueled by a shared history fraught with love triangles, family feuds, and the never-ending quest for dominance. But amidst the chaos of their tumultuous relationship, a revelation emerged that threatened to shatter the delicate balance they had maintained for so long. It began with a photograph, a single image captured in a moment of vulnerability, yet brimming with implications that would reverberate through the halls of Forrester Creations and beyond. The photograph, taken by a cunning paparazzo with a penchant for scandal, depicted Hope Logan in a compromising position with a man who was not her husband. The image spread like wildfire across social media, igniting a firestorm of speculation and gossip. For Steffy Forrester, the picture was a revelation, a key that unlocked the mysteries of her tumultuous relationship with Hope. As Steffy gazed upon the image, a myriad of emotions swirled within her, anger, betrayal, but also a strange sense of understanding. For in that moment, she realized that Hope Logan was not the paragon of virtue she had always appeared to be. Beneath the facade of innocence lay a woman capable of deceit and duplicity, a woman whose actions had far-reaching consequences for those around her. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Steffy set out on a mission to expose the truth, to peel back the layers of deception and reveal the real Hope Logan to the world. But as she delved deeper into the murky waters of scandal, she found herself confronted by a dilemma that threatened to tear her apart. For despite her desire for revenge, Steffy could not ignore the fact that the revelation of Hope's infidelity would also bring pain and suffering to those she held dear. Her stepbrother, Thomas, still harbored feelings for Hope, and the revelation of her betrayal would crush him. And then there was Liam, Hope's husband, whose world would be shattered by the revelation of his wife's indiscretion. Caught between her thirst for vengeance and her sense of loyalty to her family, Steffy found herself at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. But as she grappled with her inner demons, a voice of reason emerged from the chaos, that of her grandmother, Stephanie Forrester, whose wisdom had guided her through many a storm. "Revenge is a dish best served cold, my dear," Stephanie's voice echoed in Steffy's mind, "but it is also a double-edged sword, capable of inflicting wounds that may never heal. Choose your battles wisely, and remember that forgiveness is a far greater virtue than vengeance." And with those words ringing in her ears, Steffy made her decision. Rather than succumbing to the temptation of revenge, she chose to take the higher road, to rise above the petty squabbles and embrace the healing power of forgiveness. For she realized that true strength lay not in the ability to destroy, but in the capacity to rebuild, to mend the broken bonds that bound them together as a family. And so, with a heavy heart but a clear conscience, Steffy Forrester put aside her grievances and reached out to Hope Logan, offering her forgiveness and understanding. And in that moment of grace, she found a sense of peace that had eluded her for so long, a peace born not of victory, but of acceptance and reconciliation. As the sun set over the sprawling city of Los Angeles, casting its golden glow upon the horizon, Steffy Forrester stood tall, a beacon of strength and resilience in a world fraught with chaos and uncertainty. And though the road ahead would be fraught with challenges, she knew that with love and forgiveness as her guiding lights, she would always find her way home. Hope and Steffy battle it out. The Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, spoilers for Wednesday, March 20th, 2024, tease a tension-filled day for Hope and Steffy as this rivalry intensifies once again. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, tried warning Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, would never really want him. She thinks she's been proven right since Hope turned down Thomas's proposal. She did finally tell him that she loved him, but she just wasn't ready to marry him now. Hope tries to defend herself as Steffy lays into her again. She never wanted to hurt Thomas and thought he could still be patient. Hope spent her late teens and almost all of her 20s rushing into marriage with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, over and over again, and just wants to not be married for a while. Why is that not acceptable? It doesn't mean she doesn't want Thomas and will never want to marry him. It just means she isn't ready to marry him now. Since Steffy also likes rushing into marriage, does any of this make sense to her? Isn't marriage the natural next step if you love someone? With parents that have been married so many times, it's no wonder that Steffy would feel that way. However, Hope doesn't feel that way despite watching her mother, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, marry over and over again. Maybe she doesn't want that life for herself even if she wants Thomas. While Hope defends herself to Steffy, she should be glad she doesn't have to do the same with Liam. She's had enough of him, but it looks like Liam hasn't had enough of her, or at least enough of prying into her life. When Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Liam run into one another, Liam finds himself asking questions about Thomas and lamenting Hope's relationship with him. Carter decides it's time to defend Thomas and insist that he's changed. Will Liam believe it considering that Liam can never seem to change? Is he going to insinuate himself back into Hope's life once he hears she turned Thomas down?